He always had problems in school from as far back as I can remember. Even before school started, he always had some difficulties that we knew something was going on. He went into CNNH, the neurology office, and was referred here by Dr. Albert because he failed a couple of the vision tests that they gave to him during his psychological screening. And so gave us the name of a couple different places for Convergence Insufficiency, and we came here. He hated to read, first of all. Didn't want to do it, never wanted to, nothing to do with schoolwork, even if it was just for 5 minutes. He always lost his place, and he always seemed to jump around a lot and not be able to keep on track with what he was reading. But if it was read to him or helped along, he had great retention, great memory, could tell you the story back. But yet when he was reading it, he got things all kind of jumbled up and never seemed to stay focused and on track with it. He was a little nervous when he first started. Felt like, why another thing? It's always been one thing or another with him. He's always gotten headaches since he was little also, which is why we were in neurology. So he felt like, why do I have to do one more thing? And I think it made him stand out a little bit more like at home with his brothers. But once he started and he saw the changes, he never really gave me a hard time about coming at all.
Great.
First, he didn't mind reading anymore. As part of homework for him, he's in a self-contained classroom. Every night they have to do 10 to 15 minutes of self-reading, and he never liked to do it before. Once this started, you could see it was getting easier for him, and he didn't mind doing it. Read out loud. He wanted to tell everybody. He wanted to read to people. He started doing things even in like the grocery store and like stores when we would be out shopping where he would pick things up and read them, where he never did that before. It just seemed to come easier to him, and he liked it. It was like a whole new world opened up to him.
And what about his headaches?
Better. Still gets them, still gets classic migraines, but not the afternoon ones that he was getting in school, where I was getting phone calls from the teacher and the nurse telling me that he was in the office sleeping or in the back of the room on the beanbag sleeping. Much improved. So it was a good thing.
And to be clear, Keegan does have a language-based reading disability.
He does.
But he also had convergence insufficiency on top of that. And vision therapy doesn't fix language-based reading disabilities, but even in a child like Keegan, it was able to make reading easier for him.
He still struggles, but he's much better with the written word where he's reading it, as opposed to when he writes things. You can still see his learning disability come out a whole lot with that as he spells things phonetically, but he can decode words a whole lot easier. Even his teacher in both his self-contained room and his regular classroom all told me he's much more independent, doesn't feel like he needs the aid with him when he goes out into the regular classroom, that he's able to kind of keep up with the other kids. To be honest with you, I'm a nurse, and a pediatric nurse at that, and when this first came about, some of the people that I work with said to me, you can't cure it with this, it's not that, he's got a learning disability, just face up to it. My husband is also dyslexic, like Keegan, so we just felt like if we could give him any extra help that might help him along the lines of school, that's what we wanted to do for him, because my husband knew how hard it was for him, and it was just a great experience for us. We saw the improvements. It was this proof right there that he was getting better and that things came easier for him. So if anybody is thinking about it, which some have already asked me, I've told them, try it. You have to give them every advantage that you can, so go for it.